Hey guys, today I want to talk about how my wife helped remind me that what we focus on grows. So, when we first moved here to Boise, Idaho from Dallas, Texas, years and years and years ago, I remember the news was different. They had something called Seven's Heroes, which is a focus on something good. Back in Dallas, if it wasn't a triple murder with a suicide, it didn't make the news because so many of that kind of thing was happening. And so when we got here, the news was different. And I remember one night we were watching and we saw that a, a child had been abducted and abused. And I remember as I'm watching the story on the news, I was just getting frustrated and angry. And I could feel my hands balling up into fists and I could feel just the heat rising. And I remember saying out loud, "Boy, don't you let me catch that dude. I will put the pain on him and I can't believe he would do that." And I just was stirring myself up. And I remember my wife, Shelly, putting her hands on my shoulders and just rubbing gently and saying, "You know what, Kyle? Maybe instead of focusing on your anger and justice for the guy who did this, maybe you should focus on compassion and love for the family that this happened to." And I remember in that moment thinking about that and how it just changed my approach in that moment. And it softened me and it made me, again, feel more compassion and kindness towards that family. And it was a great reminder for me at that moment that what we focus on grows. If we're focusing on justice and anger and frustration, it's going to grow and it's going to cause problems for us and for our families. But if we focus on compassion and kindness with our kids, that will grow as well. And our spouses too. Kindness and compassion and patience with our spouses and kids, that will grow too. So, what a great lesson Shelly taught me just from watching the news together. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.